Welcome back, Kaiju fans. Just a thought that I've been having recently. We all now know that Biollante is confirmed within the Godzilla Monster Planet universe, and well, that confuses me a little bit because how did she get there? Because, I mean, we all know that Biollante is part dead girl, part plant, part Godzilla. 3 individual DNA values combined and they made Biollante. Dead girl, Rose, Godzilla cells. Pretty straightforward. No arguing that. That's explicitly what is implied in the movie. Godzilla versus Biollante. Cool. No difficulty there. My issue comes into the fact that Biollante is created under such a specific circumstance in the Heisei era where basically every monster, nearly every monster in the Heisei era, only exists because Godzilla exists, which is why the Heisei era is kind of weird, because literally none of the conflicts really exist if Godzilla wouldn't have existed in the first place. You need those 3 factors genetically spliced together to get Biollante. And in Godzilla Monster Planet, we don't really know exactly the year that Biollante pops up, because the book that this information's coming from, Godzilla Monster Apocalypse, is, well, it's in Japanese still. So, we don't know what year Biollante appeared, unless somebody knows, unless somebody has seen it somewhere, or has read the book and I can read Japanese. If you know for 100% certainty what year Biollante appeared, please comment that. If you don't know with 100% certainty and you're just going to guess, don't even do it. You're going to waste all of our time. Where am I getting at with this? Well, I mean, you need to combine Godzilla's DNA. You need to combine human DNA. You need to combine plant DNA. Here's the problem. If Biollante showed up before Godzilla existed, because Godzilla was one of the last or later kaiju to show up, where did Godzilla's DNA come from? And if Biollante did appear after Godzilla did, who had Godzilla DNA? Just, you know, how did they retrieve Godzilla DNA? And what happens when you combine Godzilla DNA that's already plant DNA with plant DNA and a human? How would that... You see what I'm going with this? Because Biollante is a combination of 3 different individual DNA types, and the Godzilla in this universe is already just plant DNA. So how does that work exactly? Because you would only need the human part, maybe? But you wouldn't... This is why I'm confused, and this is why I'm making a video on it, is because I cannot get this through my head. How this happened. Because if Biollante showed up in the timeline before Godzilla, you can't have Godzilla DNA to make Biollante. Error. Problem. If Biollante did show up after Godzilla, Godzilla is already plant-based. Godzilla is already half plant, half Godzilla, or he's 100% Godzilla because... this is my problem. This is my problem. I don't get it. I don't understand. Because you have to have Godzilla plus plant plus dead girl to get Biollante. And what scientist in this timeline was just like, oh, yeah, dude, let me just combine, you know, random dead humans with Godzilla DNA. I mean, what? Why not, right? Like, there's no incentive for that. Obviously, in Godzilla vs. Biollante, there was incentive because he was trying to keep the DNA of his daughter alive, and he did it in a really weird way. But this is not that situation. I don't get it. I don't get it. So, if Biollante showed up in the timeline before Godzilla did, problem. It can't exist. Biollante showed up after there's still a problem, because how does Biollante exist in a universe where Godzilla is already a plant and Biollante is supposed to be the combination of 3 different DNA types? So you would be lacking that non-plant Godzilla DNA that was required to get Biollante to mutate the way it did, the way she did, because it's Dead Girl. That's why it's Dead Girl. I don't know. If you have the specific date that Biollante showed up in the universe, comment it with 100% certainty, and if you can give me your source, that would be fantastic, because I know you're not making it up. And let me know what your guys' opinions on how Biollante exists in this universe, you know? Like, tell me how you think this happened. How you think she exists in a universe that literally doesn't have the requirements for her to exist. Because all of the kaiju in the Heisei era basically only exist because Godzilla did. Because Biollante is a clone of Godzilla. King Ghidorah is a replacement of Godzilla. Batra and Mothra are like the 2 that are weird and don't have any correlation. Mechagodzilla only exists because of Godzilla. Space Godzilla only exists of Godzilla. Destroyer only exists because the first Godzilla existed. You know, you see where I'm going with this? Like, all the Heisei era kaiju, they're impossible to put in this universe because they all require Godzilla to have existed prior to them, but most of these kaiju exist pre-Godzilla. But that's it for this video. It's just kind of one of those weird discussion things that I'm doing. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate it a lot. As always, liking, commenting, and sharing really helps out my channel. And make sure you're subscribed if you want to stay up to date on the latest kaiju news and crisp reviews.